Hello, guys, and a very warm welcome to all of you on the Beardman Show. Today, I have a very special guest with me today. This guy, I will introduce him later, but he is one of the biggest reasons why today I'm able to sit in front of a camera and be able to talk to all of you so confidently. He is the reason why I have taken so many spontaneous decisions in my life. 90% of which have failed, by the way.
I guess more than 90%.
And I still don't regret any one of those. So yes, a very warm welcome to our amazing, a life role model for me, Pallav sir. Please introduce yourself.
Thanks. So I'm pallav Chander. I'm an artist and I live life. I guess that's as easy introduction I can give you. Beyond that, we'll discuss.
Yeah, I mean, don't be fooled by the introduction. This guy is like a freaking ocean in its own self. Just wait for the conversations, guys. This one will be amazing. Last time I met you, साल से ऊपर हो गया इस बात को.
हाँ.
मैं आपसे जिंदगी में I think 6-7 बार से ज्यादा नहीं मिला हूँ, excluding the theater classes that I did with you. How's life been?
Life is going well, I guess, and bus every day is like no preemption of कैसे चल रही है life, and it's just every day is a new obstacle and new blessing and a curse, and you go with it as it goes. Yeah.
What was COVID like for you?
See, COVID was a reality check which I knew the human civilization eventually would get. वो मुझे लग रहा था वो आएगी वापस. Because वो कहीं ना कहीं that the whole logic because इतना ego आ गया था कि when the mother nature takes over and अब वो man-made था, COVID नहीं था, that's irrelevant. But eventually we all are part of that puzzles of universe and universe played its own cards and सारे के सारे बिलों में बैठ गए. So, and I'm a person who don't like to go out of my house when the world is ज़्यादा घूम रहा है. And when COVID was happening, I wanted to itching to go out because पूरी दुनिया घर बैठी है. And my friends were starting to call me like, "Pallav, how does it feel to be isolated? हम क्या कर रहे हो उसमें?" मैंने कहा जो करना मैं expert, I'm not a really PhD. मेरा PhD थोड़ी ना उसमें यार. मैं तुमको जो करना करो. And then eventually things, and actually financially things worked well for my career. In COVID, then actually because लोग घर बैठ के painting खरीद रहे हैं, I'm like ले लो. I was earning more in COVID than I was earning from normal outside. So I don't know. It was a blessing, but it was yet a reality check of how humans can, how the egos can get affected and how nature can always shut the whole system of society. And वो बिल से वापस हम निकल आए because and then फिर दोबारा आया, फिर वापस छुप गए, फिर आया, फिर वापस छुप गए. The whole logic of and then उसमें भी then the problem is at least in our beautiful India, जुगाड़. Jugaad is always there. So people are running for oxygen, people are running for cigarettes, alcohol, and then उसमें market निकल आई, black market निकल आई, ये निकल आई. तो that whole demonetization जैसे हुआ था, उसी चक्कर में यही हो गया. तो the whole logic is, it was a reality check which was coming.
So you think that it was sort of like a positive force for the world after it ended?
Has it ended?
I mean,
that's the question. Has it ended? Because new way. So COVID has become part of our life so badly, or you can say destructively beautifully, that is part of us. छींक आएगी, खांसी आएगी, मास्क पहन लिया, नहीं पहना, हो गया. जो point is, people die, people are born. So that the whole logic, the ones who have gone away, only few people who cared about them will cry about it or will remember them or cherish their memories. But beyond that, गया फिर कोई नया आएगा. That's Mother Nature.
I mean, so okay, I'll tell you. Every single time, I have this in my mind that every single time I'm having a podcast with anyone, if it is not about a specific topic,
of course,
I like to talk about COVID because of my own personal experience with COVID. Now the thing is that I don't think that I will be able to recognize the Ritvik before COVID. You know, if there are sometimes those Snapchat memories आती हैं, तो उसमें he keeps sending me देख साले कितना lean था whatever, and that does not hurt me enough कि चल भाई मैं मोटा हो गया हूँ whatever, that is irrelevant. But I used to feel कि यार वो life थी क्या? You know, it's like an unknown world to me now.
अच्छा.
That I don't recognize who I was 3 years ago. क्योंकि 2 साल जो मैं घर पे पड़ा रहा, it's like सब कुछ नया हो गया. And now I'm trying to figure out कि अच्छा what should be the next step, you know? So that's what I'm trying to ask you, Milab, do you think that you will recognize the pallav as Chander before COVID like you do now? I mean, are you is it like the same person?
It has nothing to do with COVID. It's just life. Life will always constantly change you and develop you or adapt you, or you either adapt or you crib about what you either look in the past or you either care about your future, and you what you do is you fuck your present. So the trick is अब now the whole body shaming, तुम पतले होगे तब जज करेंगे, तुम मोटे होगे तब जज करोगे, तुम सांवले हो तो जज करेंगे. जजमेंट तो सोसाइटी का काम है, and that's so till the time it doesn't mentally affect you, if your self validation is so strong.
But talking about COVID, what do you think about death? I mean, what are your thoughts about it? I'm sure that, because I'm someone who's 22, I have thought about my own death at least a million times by now. And I think it's a good thing for me that every night before I fall asleep, I realize this within myself. It's like a subconscious thing which happens that, okay, it's like you will die one day. So, when you wake up tomorrow, you better kick ass. Or you better think what you want to do in your life. Like, do it quickly. Or take action at least. So that's my own interpretation of my death. But what do you think about it?
Yeah, like there is this very famous quote in Harry Potter. Dumbledore tells Harry, "Do not pity the dead, pity the living." Right. तो मर गए. The point is you're dead. So point is the whole concept of life and death is very simple. You are like, what is life? Like you have woken from a dream by never going to sleep. That's life. You're born. Suddenly तुम्हारी आंखें खुली and suddenly life is existing. Then death is you going to sleep and never waking up. So you're going back to a dream. So it's a full circle of life. The whole logic of the life is beyond maternity to crematory. So there is one guarantee about we humans or anything living, death. It's coming it's coming for everyone. The point is, it's not about, rather than fearing death, you start respecting that when it comes, it comes. Till then, at least bloody fucking live your life. The whole logic is हमारे जो, at least not India, but the whole system of our society is about, if I explain, because this is related to death, like we have been trained, not just the capitalism, but the whole society, I call it the societyism of that whole, कि हमको बचपन में सिखाया जाता है. So technically Ritvik doesn't exist, I don't exist, you don't exist. We have been given a personality. हमको एक परंपरा सिखाई गई है, या हमको ये करवाया गया, which is fair enough. Half of the people are God fearing, they're not God lovers.
I tell this to my family.
So you are fearing God. Like I love God. I don't. अच्छा, coming back to, sorry if I might just skip.
No, it's
so अगर देख हमको सिखाया जाता है कि ये गलत है वो सही है, तो गुड एंड द बैड, कि वी हैव बीन, वो पॉजिटिव रीइंफोर्समेंट मिलती है कि अच्छा करोगे तो तुमको ट्रीट मिलेगी वगैरह, एंड देन स्कूल हैपेंस. अब स्कूल में कहते हैं बेटा स्कूल एंजॉय करो, बिकॉज यहाँ पे हमको आगे बढ़ना है. टिल क्लास 5 वी डोंट गिव अ शिट, सारे मजे मार रहे हैं, कोई किसी को मार रहा है, कुछ कर रहा है. 6th onwards till 9th we are built up for this boards. The whole concept कि हमको पढ़ना है. At least इंडिया का जो सिस्टम है, बोर्ड पढ़ो, सब पढ़ रहे हो, मस्ती में मार रहे हैं. So and then उसके बाद कहते हैं 12th आएगी. अब 12th में, अब 12th के बाद तुमको एक बहुत, so the hope is कि after school life will start. चलो जी, अब स्कूल खत्म हुआ, अब लाइफ, suddenly there is another obstacle called admissions. College, university, MA, BFA, MPhil, whatever you, IIT, cracking papers, whatever. अब कहते हैं कि अब ये खत्म होती, ये टेंशन मत लो, ये खत्म होती, जॉब मिलती, लाइफ स्टार्ट. चलो जी, अब लाइफ शुरू होती है, अब जॉब मिलती किसी तरीके से, अब जॉब शुरू हुई है. अब देन इफ यू हैव अ 9 to 5 job, if you have one of those freelancing job, then you are living only for Friday evenings, Saturday, full Saturday, and Sunday till afternoon evening, because Monday वापस जाना है. So you have those 2.5 days of gap कि जो करना है उसमें करो. अब पूरे साल में तुमको 15 से 30 छुट्टियां मिलती, उसमें वो तुम ये खुश हो कि हम कर सकते हैं. उसमें भी तुम वापस जाओगे तो उसको भी तुमको डेट कॉल काम दे देंगे कि अपन ये करना है, तुमको ऋत्विक ये करना है. And then the whole logic is so the only satisfaction you are getting and your loyalty is not towards your work, is a guaranteed number in your bank. कि मुझे वो 1 लाख, 2 लाख, 10 करोड़, 15 करोड़ जितना भी है वो मेरे बैंक में गारंटी से आ रहा है. सो आई हैव अ सिक्योरिटी कि ये नंबर है मेरे पास. सो द ओनली सिक्योरिटी यू हैव इज नंबर. एंड सडनली इन मिडल ऑफ योर जॉब व्हेन यू हिट 25 to 35, यू आर लाइक शिट, खुशी कहाँ है? अब वो कहते हैं नहीं खुशी आ रही है, शादी करो. शादी आती है, शादी आएगी तो खुशी आएगी. अब शादी होती है, अब उसमें एक बबल बनता है, there is pleasure, there is politics, there is companionship, there is oneness, whatever you want to call it, अपना एक bubble बना रहे हो, and उसमें भी फिर कहते हो कि खुशी का, because you're trying to find from day one जो तुमको एक कैंडी दी हुई है कि ये आ रही है, लेकिन कि कैंडी तुम्हारा बच्चा पैदा करो, अब बंदा बच्चा पैदा करता है, and then it goes go on, and then they're like, अच्छा जब तुम 60 के हो गए रिटायरमेंट के बाद, you will get the candy of your life, this is what you're building up. चलो जी, अब कैंडी ऑफ लाइफ पे तुम जब पहुंचते हो, you have 50 crores for example as you're saving. अब 60 पे जाके तू क्या एंजॉय करेगा? Half of the time you're in dispensary medicines. आधे बंदे, some people might be very fit, but आधे से ज्यादा तुम you're going to enjoy. और जब तुम वो कहते नहीं अब enjoyment है, अब enjoy करो, अब वो क्या करेंगे? जिम खाना चले गए, ये यहाँ चले गए, यहाँ वो कपूर साहब बहुत अच्छे हैं, चंदर साहब बहुत अच्छे, वो पार्क में तुम्हारी वो एक ग्रुपिज्म हो गया कि भैया ये वॉक करेंगे, ये करेंगे, चलो ठीक है. तो by the end of it, when death arrives, you question death. कि where is the candy? And death shows you a middle finger and saying bastard. The whole journey was a musical. What you are doing is you're waiting for the soundtrack in the end. साला enjoy तो करता. The whole logic is you have to enjoy whatever you have. It could be 22, it could be 28, it could be 30, it could be 70. Actually, after 60 you are alive, there will be more body issues. So the ideal age is like 65, 70 से पहले अगर तुम्हारा वो हो गया. And what is death? The calmest death is sleeping, death in your sleep. The worst is some plane crash, some accident, some suffering, something. So the whole logic is, the whole concept of death, we have been trained that death is fair. We cannot die, but eventually you will die. And we are trying to get immortality, and we are trying to get. तुम 130 साल अगर तू जिएगा, अगर तू 80 के बाद तेरी बॉडी नहीं चल रही, तू क्या करेगा? You're a vegetable. उसमें तो सांसें चल रही, देखो
there's no point in living, right?
So the only point of living is when you have self-sufficient body elements to survive on your own. The dependency is when actually is worse than death.
Very true.
That is what I believe in the philosophy of life and death. And the secret of life is very simple. Yeah. There is no big तेरे साधु बोल दे, तेरे कुछ प्रीस्ट बोल दे, तेरे फिलोसोफर. सिंपल फिलोसफी ऑफ द सीक्रेट ऑफ लाइफ इज सिंपली टू बी अलाइव. कि तेरी सांसें चल रही, तेरे हाथ चल रहे, तेरे पैर चल रहे, यू हैव बेसिक्स टू सर्वाइव, एंड यू कैन होल्ड दिस कप, यू कैन ड्रिंक, you can, there is no throat issue, you can enjoy the pleasure of a simple chocolate, you can enjoy a pleasure of breathing, having some kind of whatever you want. So the whole logic is simply to be first. Of course materialism is important because वो थोड़ा ego आ जाता है, वो एक अलग कहानी है. But the whole logic of first कि तेरी, the first thing I do personally मेरी लाइफ में कैसे भी आर्ट चल रहा नहीं चल रहा, कि मेरी बॉडी चल रही है, मैं हाथ चल रहे, पैर चल रहे, can I walk, can I survive and do my basic thing, that you appreciate first, and then the secondary thing happens. That's my जो मेरी thinking.
I'll tell you something. Look at the dichotomy. Like, look at the beautiful dichotomy in what this man just explained. He understands what life and death is about. No, listen, let me finish. But this guy is the one who will be the most immortal guy around all of us.
How so?
In what sense? He will die a natural death like all of us. He'll ace his life, whatever, blah, blah. He'll go away. But his words and his work and everything that he will accumulate, that will live on for a very long time after him.
There's a legacy.
Yeah, so his legacy because of this ideology that he carries.
But yet the whole logic I learned from somewhere. So the point is, I'm not saying मेरी philosophy. मैंने भी कहीं से सीखा है. But the point is, एक होता है सीखना, एक होता है implement करना. I simply listen and I adapt in fractions of a second. So the trick is called the devil's trick. Like कि तुम कहते हो ना, मुझे weight lose करना है, मैं कल करूँगा. You're giving devils a chance. वो तेरे सामने इतना खाना रख देगा, इतने सिचुएशन का तू जा ही नहीं पाएगा. The implementation happens right within that microsecond of कि अभी, like when you're sleeping, you have 5 seconds to get up, to go for a walk or something. अगर वो 5 सेकंड में तेरे को अगर आँख खोलिया, तूने का body is like छोड़, you're not going, नहीं जा रहा. So that whole the decision making is that micro 5 second or 10 second philosophy of implementing with any decision, even for relationship. You know, with this girl, might be a very nice girl or might be a toxic person, but perhaps that might the companion of yours might be toxic for the world, for not for you. Who knows? So the whole philosophy of कि grass is always greener from the other side. अगर तू opinion लेने जाएगा, तेरे को 25 opinion सबसे मिलेंगे. Some people might be frustrated and say यार तू इसके साथ है, उनको खुद की लाइफ खत्म हुई है. So they will not be happy for you. So the whole philosophy of the validation of human beings, the only thing the people can guarantee is being people. That's the only guarantee you're going to get from people, including me, including you. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि तू संत है, मैं संत हूँ. हम सब हरामी हैं. अगर तुम हरामी नहीं, तुम सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाओगे.
True, very true. Very true. Wise words. Wise words.
And sir, coming back to all the acting stuff that you do,
Hanji.
how was drama? How was your career in drama during this pandemic time?
Yeah, so drama came in my life as a coping mechanism because as a child I was a very hyper kid. So mom ने मेरे को NST के workshops जो होते थे उसमें डाल दिया. And I suddenly realized I like drama. It's venting out and you meet new people. And in school you get validation कि यार कि लोग तुमको notice कर रहे हैं, तुम पागलपंती कर रहे हैं and whatever. And Circle of Life also brought me back to the same school I started theatre, and he's one of the examples. So the school never appreciated me, but the drama gave me the validation I needed as a child to explore. So I became, and I've always wanted to be actor. So all my classmates and everyone in my school thought I'm going to join Bollywood. The only reason I never joined Bollywood is because I hate camera. I hate camera. I cannot stand camera. So when someone say action on your face and say ki acting ka, I don't like the whole concept ki there is one micro aperture facing me and saying act. I believe in that whole Truman philosophy that there is a constant Big Boss happening every single day. So I will look here thinking that there is a camera here. So the whole logic is that's why I like theatre, because theatre is more of a naked field. उसमें तुम कितना भी छुपा लोगे वो so उसमें तुमको सब कुछ दिख जाएगा. In the sense कि how good he is or how bad he is, editing कैसी है, lights कैसी है. Camera में तो I can have this conversation.
You can tweak a lot of things.
No, I can have this conversation and just focus my hands like this. So मेरा पूरा camera इस पे focus है on the hands rather than on your face. So it's a point of view. So that's why people like Bansali Saab या Tarantino, everyone has a different perspective through camera. So their direction becomes very you will start seeing a visual language in their directions. Very few directors which will break their own patterns and try to go crazy.
There's a set pattern of storytelling a lot of directors have.
Of course.
I mean, every
Hirani आप ले लो या रोहित शेट्टी ले लो, and you will see the same visual happen.
There is something like let's talk for example the Raju Hirani that you the person that you just talked about. If I go and watch another movie directed by him, I know for a fact that this is gonna happen. It's a little predicted. You know the way the story functions.
See, the trick is it might be predictable, but yet it will be something you will take away because he is a person who focuses on one or two messages. And that message becomes like the whole concept of all is well, that the whole Mundan circuit, that whole logic of PK Lele. So he will always have something of a slang or something which becomes mass. So he's one of those few people I know who's never given a flop. So you will predict and you will know what you're getting, but yet something new will happen. That's the trick.
But then, sir, talking about how camera is sort of something that limits the creativity of an artist.
Of course not. It doesn't.
Okay. So let me put up better words for this. To frame it in a better manner, I would say that like you explained why you hate the camera coming from that angle.
It's a personal opinion.
Yeah,
I'm conscious of seeing camera. I would rather be behind the camera, direct my view rather than put in front of someone else's view.
No, I get that. But then what I'm trying to ask is that for a lot of people, understanding theatre is not as easy as it is for them to understand a movie.
Of course, because that's a mass. That's a mass subject. No, India is cinema is treated as a religion in India. Now the Bollywood is going away because the South is actually bringing good stuff, and it's nothing to do with Bollywood doing bad. Audience is more intelligent because of the Netflix and the OTTs and everything, Prime and all of that. So they are aware of the Korean cinema and good cinema. So when you see all the same people doing and then they're like, I can see better. I've seen better. So the more choices. So that's why either you're going full mass level movie where there is fiction like KGF. It's a Maga Pushpa. So the Bahubali, Rajamouli, whatever. There is a grandness. There is a grandness, and that is what Indian cinema was always about. South always had it. Bollywood, this whole commercial angle has come. Launch this, launch that. But the point is, the whole mass wants to escape from their life when they watch cinema. That's what the job of Indian cinema is all about. For the local middle class person who has a maintained life to go and see a KGF and be mesmerized with the grandness. That's why people are going to, like, I only go to cinema if there is something I'm learning or is that grand level that I cannot watch it on a TV or a camera. Right. I need to see it on the large level, like an Avatar. I need to see James Cameron or a Christopher Nolan. Nolan I never miss because that is an experience you need to experience. And it's,
I mean, I can't agree more with you, sir, over here. I am one of those people that if I go and watch a movie, I'm a very avid watcher of fantasies, epic fantasies. Okay, so I'll say if I'm watching a movie like Lord of the Rings, I just zone out, and that is what I'm looking for. Let's say talk for an example. I mean, if I'm sitting on a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon where it's my holiday, I don't have anything to do. I'll go and watch a good Lord of the Rings movie or a Harry Potter or Game of Thrones, something of that sort, and I'll just be zoning out myself from a lot of other things, and that is how I cope up with a lot of things. So I feel that concept of zoning out, it's amazing, and it works for a lot of people.
I mean, I cannot agree more. I mean, even though my vision is a little bit different when I'm watching movies, but yes, I understand your perspective. So yeah, but then why do you think that Bollywood stopped doing this in the first place? You know, it's like saying that don't fix something that is, like, don't try to fix something that is not broken. So that saying, if Bollywood
I have no idea, man. That's the way it is because it's just somewhere. I don't know. I cannot speak for Bollywood. I will watch for Bollywood. I will watch the most horrendous work also, just for all the bad reasons. But I will wait for it to come to, because the availability of these movies have come on our laptop. I think 50 दिन में आ जाएगी. क्यों जाओ यार?
No, I get that.
आ जाएगी और चल वहाँ घर में देख लूँगा, कोई क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इस पे नहीं तो 10 और options है, उस पे तो जाकर देख लेंगे. So the option of availability is so easy that I'm not saying cinema has brought personality changes in me also. The point is not that. I'm not denying Bollywood is a great medium. I love Bollywood, but is this the whole upmanship of good cinema and good script has, and I'm not saying Bollywood doesn't have great writers. It's just some people just don't get opportunities to bring themselves in, or there is nepotism, or there is this one maintained thing of, and the whole production houses, the big ones have come, and then they're like, hum control kare. Even for music industry it happens. My friends work in that, so that's why the remixes are coming. They go, India mein lyricists or musicians come, and the actual musician cannot create good music. They are wonderful musicians. It's just that all these big productions only want remixes because they will earn more money out of it,
right?
And they ruin the whole idea of the actual good songs. So yeah.
So it's like saying that they are sort of taking the art part out of it.
Because there is commercial angle. Once the commercial angles enter, it's a commercial angle. There's nothing to do with creativity. It's just
so what do you think about the regional movies?
They are speaking on its own. That's why, and the best part is all the Bollywood production houses are backing them up. That's the best part. They're still earning. KGF was, I think,
this trend has
I think Bahubali was, I think, Amir Khan, or KGF was Karan, RRR was Karan. So these people are investing in those. तुम बनाओ, but how उसपे कमाएंगे? So they are still earning. It's just their own cinema is not working in that sense. They are still earning.
Right.
I remember this amazing phrase that Rajiv Prasad once said. So there was this YouTuber, जिसकी कोई movie आई थी. I think it was Harsh Beniwal for Student of the Year 2. So the thing is, Rajiv Prasad in a public event he said that Bollywood is very shameless. You know, they don't care about who you are. They don't care about what your skills is. If they feel like this is bringing money in the bank, they will pick you up from anywhere. You know, it's like, and that is why Bollywood today is sort of influenced towards picking people from YouTube. Now they're realizing that this guy has 35 million followers.
This is followership as well.
So influencing has happened. You are going to be an actress based on how many followers you have. My friends go through that, but that's a reality. If you have 10 million followers, you have 30 million. Acting का क्या है? बस खड़े हो जाओ.
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate?
So do you observe that in movies? I mean, you as a professional, you can point out कि भाई कुछ acting ही नहीं करी इसने तो, but because of the following this girl had, acting कुछ नहीं आती है.
But then I will not waste. I have enough things in my own life to worry about what क्या चल रहा है. I will focus on my own shit.
But do you observe that?
Of course I observe. This whole influencing shift is happening, and which is fair enough. And it's only going to get worse. Like we are living in a black mirror, so enjoy.
So एक बार तो रात में सोने से पहले होता है क्या है
So then एक स्टेज पे ऐसा होगा कि जैसे Uber रेटिंग है या Zomato रेटिंग है, हमारी रेटिंग आएगी. If you don't have 4.4 नहीं होएगा, 4.8 नहीं, तुम इस रेस्टोरेंट में नहीं हो सकते, तुम इस लोकेलिटी में नहीं खा सकते. If you are 4. तो 24 घंटे तुमको हंसना पड़ेगा. Or whatever, you have to behave in such a way, or you will be outcast, and then there will be a rebel colony with only 2.1 or minus. So it's coming down to that eventually.
So you know something like this actually happens in North Korea.
In China is happening, I think.
No, it's happening. I don't know about China. I know this about North Korea.
It's not happening with the people, but it's happening with some restaurants, or you cannot enter with some app or
no,
something.
So I'll tell you. So the thing is
North Korea's dictatorship.
That's a different. You remember that episode from Black Mirror that you're talking about? Just like you have a certain rating, so you can live in a place, so you can go to the certain restaurant, whatever. You must have seen the episode.
Yeah.
So there's this thing in North Korea. It's a very interesting thing that I'm just mentioning, and a glimpse for the next episode as well. But okay, so this very interesting thing that is happening is that okay, they are like okay, if someone is praising the dictator at a certain level, they need to be respected more, right? So everyone is given like a card.
Who's a bigger liquor?
Yeah, actually, and they get privileges according to that.
But then that's not counted. It's a different ball game and it's a different game.
No, I'm just saying that something like this is already happening. So it's not. I mean, I won't be completely surprised if tomorrow Modi ji comes and says, "Ki card for that."
That's very fun.
Yeah, मेरा नाम लिखा है. Aadhaar EV something. I don't know. So yeah, I guess I mean I understand your point. I mean it's a fascinating time that we are living in.
Every time is fascinating. It's just we don't appreciate till it's over.
Makes sense.
And just bringing the topic of careers, I mean, in 2023 right now, what do you feel? I mean, being an artist is not one of the most mainstream careers to be in, right?
It has actually become more mainstream because you're earning more money. Because you're just like digital art, crypto art, so skill has nothing to do with how much you're going to earn. At older time, like Michelangelo, the Renaissance time, there were skills involved.
Right.
At this moment, तुम 4 लकीर खींच के उसमें philosophy मार दो तो वो बिक जाएगा.
No, but I'm talking about the traditional. I mean, or the theatre part of it.
You're talking about the
like, for example, if I'm talking about a potential actor who's acting in all the theatres. I mean, for that person, how does that guy monetize his career in 2023?
Because they are focusing, eventually all the actors who are trying to do theatre is because they are trying to get into Bollywood. Very few people are trying to earn money out of full-fledged theatre because they are trying to up their skills so they can get more opportunities as a jitna मेरे को skills मिल पाए, and then they go to Bollywood or they try to sit and give as many auditions, OTT, आपका serial मिल जाए वो जो literally man labor है, मतलब दिन की दिहाड़ी पे आपको बैठा देंगे, तो मतलब they need visibility. अब किसी भी तरीके से visible they are तो acting eventually is one of those nashas. Either you have it or you don't. But when you have it, you will go to any extent to come visibly in front of the camera anyhow. But then the whole concept of build your body, build your content so beautifully that people are running after you.
Right.
Like for example, Bhuvan Ram. I have not seen his content that much, but he is everywhere because his content became such a star that people are like, "Tu aa mere paas." That whole like the stand-up comedians are getting more opportunities to act than the actual actor because they have the followership and then they will add their own element like all the big comedy stars, and then they have these shows. So the whole visibility it is come down, or you just have too great a body, you're trying to show that, and then the pure talent eventually will come, but it takes time.